Here I have the Chipolo Card Spot against the Nomad Tracking Card. This one recently came out while the Chipolo one has been out for a while. I've been using the Chipolo one for quite a bit in my wallet, so I want to see how the Nomad one stood up to the Chipolo one, especially with a new feature that the Nomad one has, and that is the Qi wireless charging and MagSafe charging. So this one is rechargeable while this one is not, and we'll get more into details in the video. So starting off with what's similar, both of these have really slim profiles. However, the Chipolo card is 2.4 millimeters while the Nomad one is 2 millimeters. But putting them side by side, you don't notice that difference that much. And even in the wallet, I don't notice it that much. But it's nice that the Nomad one is even 2 millimeters, which is the size of about 2 cards. So that's really nice that they made this in a really slim form factor. The other thing here is that both of these work with Find My capabilities, meaning that you can add it to your Find My app just like you would an AirTag. However, it's missing one cool feature, and that is the precision finding because of the ultra wideband chip and the phones and in the AirTag. However, these do not have that, meaning that you will still get the capabilities of finding it, but you can't find it exactly where it is, because you have to be around 150 feet to be able to communicate with the card and then play a sound from it. Speaking about the sound though, both of these do have speakers. However, the Chipolo one goes up to 105 decibels, while the Nomad one goes up to around 95 decibels. And I noticed that difference, especially when I put it in my wallet. The Nomad one makes a softer sound that's not that loud. However, the Chipolo one makes a more annoying sound that's louder. And to be honest, in this situation, it's better to have a card that makes an annoying sound. That way, when you're trying to find it, it can catch someone's ear really quickly. It doesn't make that big of a difference in the sound level. It is slightly louder on the Chipolo one, but not that big of a difference. Don't expect that 10 decibels to be a huge difference. And I want to also get into the other fact that both of these do have a water rating. It has an IPX5 while the Nomad one has an IPX7, meaning that the Chipolo one is of course water resistant, while the Nomad one is going to be waterproof and dust proof. So if you were ever to jump into a pool or somehow your wallet got wet, then you have a greater chance of the Nomad card surviving compared to the Chipolo one. So that's something to put out there so you are fully aware. The biggest factor, of course, is always the price. So the Nomad one goes for $40. The Chipolo one goes for a regular price of $35. I want to mention something in this video that's really important, because the Chipolo one, as of the time of me recording this video today, I was able to check Best Buy and they have this card for $19.99, which is a lot cheaper than the $35 that Chipolo asked for, compared to the Nomad one, which goes for the full $40. In this situation, it's really hard to not justify the price of the Chipolo one, but when it comes to a full price, then the $5 difference really depends on if you want better sound output and no charging, or you want less sound output and charging. It just depends on what you're exactly looking for. Speaking of the charging, the Nomad one does charge with MagSafe and Qi charging, of course, and it lasts up to 5 months when it's fully charged, while the Chipolo one, they say that it lasts up to 2 years, and then you have to recycle it, and they give you 50% off to buy another card, so you're getting half of that $35. If you buy one right now when it's $19.99, the Chipolo card, you can get 2 of these for $40, but I'm not sure how long that sale is going to last, so that's not really a point that I should be talking about, because that doesn't make a difference when it's no longer on sale. So just keeping these two in mind, I continue to enjoy the Nomad one, and I like the design better of the Nomad one. It has this nice little circuit design on the front, and it kind of looks like the inside of a device, a motherboard, and it's pretty cool on how they designed it. My Chipolo one is a little bit different than the normal one that they offer for sale, because it has the perfectly imperfect design on the back. These came out around CES time. They give a donation for a certain, project. So that's something to keep in mind, that when you look at mine, it comes with the perfectly imperfect design on the back. The front just looks like any other Chipolo Card Spot. The buttons are little bit different as well. They both have buttons. It's kind of harder to see the button on the Nomad one. Unless you put it towards the light, you can see where the bump is, where you have to press it, while there's an indent on the Chipolo one where you know immediately that there is a button there. So on the Chipolo one, when you press the button, you can pair it with your iPhone, so you can add it to the Find My app. However, if you were to play a sound once it's paired, then you can stop the sound by pressing the button on the Chipolo card. On the Nomad one, the button is only used to pair it to the app, and then you have the ability to reset the card by pressing the button 5 times quickly and then holding it to factory reset it if you want to add it to another device, or for some reason it's malfunctioning and you need to re-add it to your own device. So you can't stop the sound on the Nomad one if someone plays it or if you play it and you want to stop the sound, you have to wait until it stops or stop it from the iPhone. The Chipolo one, that to me is kind of strange, because if you think about it, if you were to lose this in a restaurant or a coffee shop and you're playing sound once you got close enough, then you were trying to look for it, while someone, if they get this card or your entire wallet, they can quickly press the button, discard the card, and then you won't really make a scene. However, with the Nomad one, the sound will keep going until it stops playing. So it's kind of more awkward if someone found your product, whether it be your wallet or your book bag, wherever you put this card, and then try to walk away with it while you're close by and looking for it. So that's just something that I wanted to point out there, that for security wise, it's kind of strange that Chipolo allows you to stop the sound from the actual card, but then it also may be annoying on the Nomad version that you can't stop it if you really want to stop it because you already found it, and to not make a scene in that public location. That's something that you also want to keep in mind. The price difference of $5, I personally will take the Nomad one because I like the more flat design and the thinner card compared to the Chipolo one. The MagSafe capabilities and the Qi wireless charging is what really gets me, because you have the ability to put this on any Qi charger or MagSafe charger, because it even has magnets. So if you have those around the house, then it's a lot easier to use, but you do have to remember to charge it every 5 months. And some people might not like that part of it, because if you're having something like this to find your devices, you don't really want to end up in a situation where you have a bigger chance of not finding it because of the battery being dead, since this lasts only 5 months. So that's the biggest deal breaker here. If you want something to last 2 years, then get the Chipolo card with better output. While if you really don't care about recharging every 5 months, get the Nomad one. However, Nomad hasn't really given us a battery life expectancy because it charges every 5 months, but then how long will that charge last? In years, if you charge it up every 5 months, that's another question that we will find out with time. So we can't really have that opinion right now on the battery life expectancy of the Nomad card. And that's pretty much it. I mean, both of these cards are relatively similar in design and similar in, of course, features. It really comes down to you to decide on which one you would like. But for me personally, my opinion is to stick with the Nomad Tracking Card because of the charging capabilities. But that's about it. If you enjoyed this video, then please give me a like on the video. I'll leave a link to both of these in my description below, so you can check them out if you would like. Comment down below as well if you have any additional questions that I didn't answer. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Zanif Tech is out.